talking about controversial things on YouTube gets your live shut down. Last time this happened, it was because I was showing off Joe. This time, it's probably because talking about mental health. But I'll give you guys a minute to hop back on. I'm just gonna sit here and drink my water. Pretty sure that's what happened. Nobody's hopping back on. Am I doing things? Oh, here comes people. Okay. Hey, thanks for hopping over. YouTube decided that talking about mental health was stupid. Worthy of shutting down my live stream. So, glad you guys are all back. Anyway, we are switching topics now. We're gonna talk about what's in my UFO box. Yeah, so you guys lost me. I'm pretty sure something I said or was commented that like just triggered the YouTube algorithm or censorship or whatever and decided this is not something that we want on our website. Anyway, we're gonna change topics, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. UFO box. UFO box. Okay, so I was actually just poking around in here. Not everything in here is a UFO. For example, this fabric, which is an upholstery fabric and a linen, is for a doublet that my husband wants. This is not a UFO. This is a future project. I just got a notification that my phone is getting warm. I'm assuming it's because this studio, my studio is getting really hot. I'm gonna turn my fan on. If it is super loud and you cannot hear me, let me know and I will turn it back off. But it is getting really warm in here. So, if that is too loud, let me know. I realize I have a big box fan and it is super loud. Okay, so we're gonna start with this pile first. If you guys have not seen the pictures of my Ravenclaw dress, go to Instagram. The noise is fine. Perfect. Thanks, guys. You will see the pictures. The sleeves for my fur coat are not finished. Yes, we did the photo shoot with unfinished sleeves. I haven't put the bias binding around the top, so this is all beautiful raw edges, which is why they're not finished, because I could easily hide that in the photo shoot. And then since the photo shoot, I've just been like, I don't need to finish these. Anyway, I really do though. And then I need to put the lacing rings on the actual coat, which is not back there anymore. I moved it in my closet. And then attach the sleeves to the coat. But yeah, oh, so soft. So soft. I love my fur coat. Honestly, it's like one of my favorite things ever. Funny story about my fur coat. I went to an event and I wore my Ravenclaw dress. And I took the fur coat just sleeveless. And put it over the dress, so that way when because I was giving a presentation about my dolls. This was back in January, and it ended up getting to the point in the day when I'm just I'm just done. I need to get out of my stays, out of this dress, because the arms eyes were rubbing weird, which I had never had happen in that dress before. But I'm I just need to get out of this. So I grabbed my friend and she helped me out of the dress, and I loosened my stays. Wonderful. But I kept my stays on just a little bit, I just loosened them. Anyway, so I was in my chemise and my stays, and we were staying for feast at this event, And I'm just like, well, I can't sit feast in my underwear. So I put my fur coat on over top of my Renaissance underwear. And I have never felt so classy in my entire life. I don't know what it was about putting a fur coat on over my historical underwear that made me feel so great. Anyway, it was a great feast. Random story for you. But yeah, so I need to finish these, which is really stupid because all I need is bias tape on the top. Pretty sure I have it. Let's look. One sec. Extra wide double fold in black. Yes. I have bias tape. I just need to put it on. I mean, I'd prefer navy, so this is a failed pair of stays that I was going to take the binding off and put on the sleeves because I made the stays out of the same fabric as the sleeves. So I just need to spend some time and do that. Anyway, oh, I also have scraps apparently. So maybe I don't need to cut apart the stays. Maybe I could just cut from the scraps. Why haven't I finished this? Okay. My goal for this week is now to finish as many of these as possible and come back and report to you guys. So hold me accountable. Anyway, the next thing is this black knit shirt, pajama shirt. Yeah, I don't even know if this fits. Like, I can't remember why I put it away. Yeah, this thing's comfy. So I just need to put I just need to hem it. Guys, I just need to hem this. Why didn't I just finish it when I was making the rest of my pajamas around Christmas? Okay, so there's that shirt. Then there's, do I have 2 or 3 pairs? 1, 2, okay, 3 pairs of this like royal cobalt blue comfy pants. They're stretchy, pretty much pajama pants. And they just need waistbands and hems on the bottom. Like, do you know how fast I could get this done? Most of my UFOs are because I hate hemming. You know? Yeah, that's all the UFOs I've pulled out so far. Or hemming. Finishing, actually. Which, I mean, I don't like the finishing work either. That's a lie. I don't like the finishing work on simple projects. I love the finishing work on my, like, fancy stuff. It's knit. You don't need to hem it. Yes, I do, because it's a jersey knit, and if I don't hem it, it'll roll all the way up my leg and be gross. Just saying. Plus, I like really clean edges. Like, blame my tailoring apprenticeship. Like, things just need to be really well finished for me. So, I'm looking. My phone is still telling me it's hot. Alright. Oh, it doesn't feel hot anymore. Sounds like you'll have some easy wins for this week. Yeah, I guess. I mean, easy wins for, like, and testing out my new sewing corner. We'll see. But yeah, those are, like, the easy stuff that I just haven't... So stupid. I just need to finish things. Anyway, on to this. Let's see what's in here. So I have my Anne vest, which I did a live about a couple weeks ago. The vest with all the embroidery on it. Oh man, I've got like something in my nose. Blame the faux fur of those sleeves. Anyway, I have all the pieces cut. I have like the interfacing layers cut and sewn together. Like, oh heavens. Do I really just need to put it together and come up with a back panel? Anyway, Love this, so gorgeous. Yeah, I love the embroidery on it. Yes, can we rename UFOs Y? Wise? Anyway, I do remember why I put this one away. I was actually really intimidated by it. Mostly because I put so much work into the embroidery. Like, I spent an entire week doing nothing but the embroidery on this. So I didn't want to, like, put it together and ruin it. So I was worried about it, and that's why it got put away. But I feel like I'm at a point now where I can pull it out. Like, this, like, we can do this, right? I hope so. Oh, this one. I don't know why I have this big thing of red linen in here. You don't belong in here. But, so, story. Back when I was making my husband's matching outfit to my Ravenclaw dress, I decided that I needed to, like, do an in-depth tutorials on how to make doublets, mostly because menswear tutorials are really hard to find, if not non-existent. And doublets really are a staple of my Renaissance wardrobe. I know I didn't show a lot of them, any of them, when I did my garb closet tour, but, like, the things that I tend to, like, reach for and grab for more in the summer tend to be doublets and pants. So, that's the thing. Anyway, I have this beautiful fabric, right? It's gorgeous, it's luscious, like, oh my gosh, that I started doing, and I apparently, like, pieced most of it together. Like, I think I just got to the part, I don't remember when I got overwhelmed or when I decided to give up on this, but I did, and now I'm kind of just like, am I ready to make a doublet? I mean, my filming quality and everything has changed dramatically since then, so everything that I filmed up to the point that it is, like, the rest of the quality might not match, but I don't really care. It's an instructional video anyway. Anyway, it's just kind of something I'm thinking about. What will I be making with the red linen? So the red linen is actually the lining. I just overbought in red linen. There's not really enough there to make anything big. I could probably line another doublet, like my size doublet, with what's there. If I do skirting, I think I'd have to do tabs, because tabs take up less room than skirting. But yeah. I did have a, like, novel idea, because I have more scrap red linen, and I had a novel idea to try to make a pair of Venetian pants out of it. It might require some piecing, which I don't know how I feel about, but I think having, like, red linen pants and then, like, have racing stripes of, like, this beautiful fabric would make a really nice suit to wear. I'm pretty sure, so I have a doublet that I call my cotton candy doublet. Not my cotton candy, my candy cane doublet, because that has red and white stripes. And I'm pretty sure I also lined it with this red linen. So maybe I won't make anything, like, I just make a pair of, like, plain red pants that I could wear with both doublets. I made both of these doublets so that way I could do rapier combat in the SCA, and these would pass for armor. I still need to drop test them to make sure that all the layers are good. Anyway, whole mess. But yeah, sounds like a good pouch project. Yeah, I would rather make, yeah, I have an idea. Thanks for the idea. Okay. the bulk of my UFOs. The one that I don't know if I can call a UFO or if I'm still calling it a work in progress, even though I'm not actively working on it and it's not actively in my mind, is my American Duchess wrap cape, which I'm pretty much down to the point where I need to put the darts in the front panels of the lining, put the decorative stripes that I want on it around the hem, and then put the lining in and add the ties, and I'm done. Like, probably could get this done within a couple hours if I just did it. But I have been so focused on my other projects recently that I just haven't... How does this sit properly? I just haven't made the time to like actually work on this, which is a shame because I feel like it needs, you know, some love and attention and to get finished. But we're also going into summer, so like there's no rush to finish it. Anyway, that's my thought. Oh, the lining for this is kind of fun. I buy silk saris and just tell myself like, oh, one day I'll make a shirt or something out of that. Like this orange one on the bottom here, I actually want to make a vintage inspired dress. Kind of excited about that. Anyway, this is the lining for my cape. So this is fun. This is also like a herringbone material, so you guys can kind of see, and then I've got the zigzag lining. So excited. It'll look so good when it's finished. I'm just not in a rush to finish it. So people haven't been finishing them because it's getting hot. Yes, it is getting hot. It's getting really warm. Probably should have brought a second cup up. I'm like over halfway done drinking that one. The sari would be fantastic. I'm excited if you make it. Are you talking about like the orange dress that I just mentioned? That will get made. It'll probably get made this summer because I'm actually kind of excited about it. Right now, so my current like video plan, oh, for the record, I have done nothing on the ball gown or the Spanish dress this week. Literally nothing. My plan was to sew the eyelets in so that way we could cross off the bodice for the Spanish gown. Hasn't happened. I did finally figure out what thread I'm going to use for the eyelets, so yeah. Anyway, let's talk about like videos and scheduling and things. Want that zigzag is glorious. Yeah, I mean, once I decided to make the cape and picked the shell fabric, the fashion fabric, I just knew what lining fabric it was. Anyway, video scheduling and production. Currently, with the two big projects that I'm working on, I don't know if I mentioned this, but those two projects are going to produce about 20 videos. And then I have a couple other projects in the works that are going to produce close to, I want to say 75 videos is what that's going to end up being. No. I have another big project that's going to produce about 25 videos. But then I still have smaller things that I want to film, like the orange vintage dress, like the UFOs. Like I've started filming most of those, and as I finish them, I can like upload them. So with all of these like big projects that I want to do, and scheduling things out and the like, it really like I have a dedicated schedule, and I'm not showing you guys my content calendar because it's on the bottom of my whiteboard, and I don't feel like showing you guys. Like, I'll show you what I'm working on, but I don't feel like I will ever show you my content calendar next year. Things will get shifted around and changed as things will, like, projects get added in that aren't like my big projects. But it's one of those things that, like, I feel really blessed and happy that I can do, because it means that I can keep at least like 3 to 4 videos in my backlog, well, in my queue, like scheduled out in advance, and things like that. So, like, when I talk to you guys on my lives about like projects that I'm doing and things that I'm talking about, realistically, you're probably not going to see that video for like at least a month, because I have a month's worth of content already scheduled out. Which not a lot of YouTubers do, and I realize that. And I am like overly productive, I guess. Anyway, it makes me anxious when I only have 2 videos in my queue. Like, makes me anxious. Anyway, I don't know where I'm getting with this. I guess I just wanted to tell you guys I have a lot of content planned, and I'm really excited about it. But so last week, I think it was last week, we talked about like what 3rd project I could put up on the whiteboard to work on. And any one of my UFOs, I actually think I'm not highly motivated to work on either of my big projects this week. And I managed to put, like, I'm calling it a fluff video, but it's really not. They're just videos that aren't part of my big projects. But I have 2 of those coming up. One scheduled for this week, which is a big collab type video with a bunch of costumers, which I'm really excited to like show you guys. It's such a cute video. But that'll go on Monday, and then I have a hair video coming the week after, and then I'll start going with the actual videos from my big projects. So I have time to go through my UFOs, and I think I just will. Just because when you work on big things, you get, like, you just get to a point where you're just done. And I think I've hit a roadblock with both of my dresses. Mainly because I need lining fabric for the overdress of my Spanish gown. I hate doing eyelets. I can't go any further on that skirt until like Casey and I get together and have a fitting party. So I'm kind of stalled there. And then I'm also stalled on my ball gown project because my accent fabric hasn't come in yet. And it's not supposed to come in until mid next week, is when I'm expecting that. The company I ordered it from is a fantastic company, by the way. They're just taking precautions with their employees, and like gave themselves a month-long lead time to get packages to people, which can totally respect that. It's just frustrating when you're working on a big project and you're like really excited and then suddenly you're not. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with everything. I think my plan for the rest of this week and part of next week as well is to continue my studio clear out. I really want to get my closet organized, and I really want to go through all of the rest of my cubes. So I hope you can use this time off the projects to reestablish your passion for it. Yeah, I think it will. I'm finally at a point where I'm like comfortable and happy with my studio, and I think doing a couple of quick projects and easy wins will like give me that recharge that I need to like dive back into these big projects. So the other big thing that's kind of happening soon is we have a friend that's getting married, and so I'm doing alterations for his wedding suit and her dress, and then they're going to they said they had a couple of referrals for people who need alterations done. So I am getting some alteration work. It's not the part-time job that I wanted, but it's something, and it will help fund, you know, the lining fabric for the overdress and a couple of other things. Probably the pegboard I'll get with that money. So, yeah, that's what's going on with me. If you're planning on going through your fabrics, is there going to be a video? So I am videoing the entire studio cleanup. And I don't know when that video will come out because I kind of want to get things like put together. I have an idea of where I want my studio to be before I do like an official studio tour. I mean, I could do a specific like clean out my closet video if you guys want, and then we can do like a studio cleanup tour video later when I get everything set up in my studio that I want. So definitely options. Definitely willing to make any content that you guys are interested in. So I know a lot of like small space studio tours are really interesting. I know I look up a lot of them because I have a smaller room. My room is 10 feet by 10 feet. So like finagling everything I need to do in this room is like difficult sometimes, but it's also kind of a fun challenge. And like, how do I make a flexible workspace that also allows me to like have a huge cutting table to cut out patterns, but then like being able to fold it away so I can have like my ginormous hoops out. So there's that. I also want to start experimenting with things. Like fabric paint, like painting on fabric for like hand painted fabrics there. I want to start experimenting with hand painted fabrics and with dyeing and like different handwork techniques. I've been wanting to try ribbon embroidery for a while, and my mom sent me like a starter kit for that. So I want to play with that. I need to do smaller projects. Like I need to replace my purse, which is just falling apart, honestly. So there will be a lot of like smaller projects coming up too, in addition to my bigger projects. And so yeah, that's all what's coming. I don't think you're gonna get the big projects in like one sequential arc like I've done in the past with my Ravenclaw dress and my husband's matching outfit. I'll probably start staggering those videos, but making sure that like at least one video from each big project comes out every month. Ooh, sorry, I just kicked my table. So that way you like will get one video of the Spanish dress each month, one video of the ball gown each month. But the ball gown's for a collab, so like you guys will see the reveal of that before you really see any of the making of it. Yeah. Trying to think, what else do I have for you? Anyway, do you guys have any preferences on which of my UFOs I get done this week? Ooh, cold water. I think it's a good way to do it by spreading out. Yeah. It really started when I was watching an art YouTuber and she had just finished like this series that she was working on. Was a video that it's like one of the first videos of hers that I had seen. And she was just like, this series has been 5 years in the making. And I'm like, okay, if it can take someone 5 years to make a series and they have the solid of like a community around them, I can take a couple months to put out a sewing series. So that was really empowering for me. So like giving you guys, what's it called? Like at least one video from like the making of series for those. A month is definitely a plan. So peacock dress, anyone? That is not me. Angela Clayton is making one, and Kathy Hay is making one. Not my. A couple of you guys said the embroidery. So I wanted to do the embroidery on the new purse that I want to make. So planning that out could definitely be a thing this week. I don't think I would actually get started on it this week though. But yeah, like I can definitely start doing that. Where'd the comments go? Or the comfy pants for the summer. I already have a video, my marble pajamas video, that I kind of went over how I made a pair of comfy pants. The pants that I have not, my UFO pants, are basically the same. So, like, I'm not going to be making a video on how to make those comfy pants. I would just finish them and show you guys on the live. So, yes, Kathy has been working on that peacock dress for over 2 decades now. I admire her dedication. It's kind of fantastic. But also, like, I have a dream to have the Crimson Pizza dress. And, like, I've had, well, the Crimson Pizza dress or Eleanor de Toledo's burial gown. And I've had this dream for 7-8 years now. And I've been talking about this for about 7 or 8 years. So you could say that, like, I have the same big outlandish dream, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to get either of those dresses anytime soon, at least not to, like, a reconstruction standpoint. But yeah. Embroidery! You guys seem to really like embroidery. Should I start doing, like, more, like, basic embroidery videos? Something that I've been floating around is doing, like, learning to sew tutorials. Just, like, super basic stuff. Like, what are the parts to a sewing machine? How can you tell, like, seam allowance and, like, super easy embroidery stitches. Like, basic, beginner, intro, learn the terms videos. Is something that I've been floating around. I've also mentioned that I want to do a Patreon where one of the tiers is, like, learn to sew with me. So I think having, like, basic intro videos on my YouTube channel would be a great way to promote that when I'm ready to launch it. But tell me what you guys think. Is that something you'd be interested in? Do we all basically know the beginner sewing stuff? So, cool idea. I mean, it's an idea I've been kicking around for about a year now, so I guess if it's been on my mind for about a year, yeah. Oh, specifically, you want me to finish the Anvest this week? I guess I could make that happen. That's a little bit more of a project than I was hoping for, but we can see. If I've been thinking about it for a year, it's a cool idea. Alright. Well, it's good to know what you guys think. Definitely willing to, like, get feedback. I love it when you guys, like, comment on all of my videos, because then, like, I feel validated, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I really am trying to, like, make interesting content. So, if you can, okay. Huge push to make the Anvest this week. So I have a plan for the Foundations Revealed competition this year, which the theme is Once Upon a Time, and the parameters or rules is to choose a literary character and to make an outfit based off of them. So my backup plan is to do Anne of Green Gables. If I cannot, like, produce what's in my head, I'm not going to give you guys a lot of details about that yet. But yeah, I definitely plan on doing the Foundations Rebuild competition this year. So, oh, excuse me. But yeah, and it's definitely my backup plan. So finishing the and vest, which matches the hat and a skirt, is definitely a thing. I think it would be a lot of fun to do like a Diana look. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I think it would be a lot of fun to do a Diana look, but that would be like a really lacy, frilly dress, and I don't know if I would enjoy wearing that. So I'm not willing to put that much effort into something I don't know if I'm going to wear. Yeah. I mean, I said the same thing about my ball gown before I started it, and I'm actually but I'm making my ball gown as separates, so I could actually wear the skirt. Anyway, it's a thing. Welcome to my life of like, I want to do the project, but I need to be practical because I don't have a lot of space. Anyway. So yeah, I think that is all I have for you guys today. Do you have any comments or questions before we like peace out? Try Princess Anne style. That's something that I'm gonna have to research. I don't follow a lot of the British royal family and their fashion, mostly because I just don't care. But I can definitely look into that. So, yep. Ditto, and I'm British. I'm not the type of person that is obsessed with other people's lives. I mean, that's just not who I am. And good luck with the rest of the week. I hope you feel more regulated. Definitely so. What's it called? I think I just needed an emotional release day, and that's what yesterday was. I'm feeling a lot better today. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and head out and go start making dinner. But I hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Find some time for some self-care, whether that's a pint of ice cream, an Epsom salt bath, or just drinking some extra water. So, all right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great week.